Oh, welcome everybody to Luke Learns Coding / Krill Gaming stream. I don't know what this is. I haven't been on this channel in ages. So I thought I might as well just see who's still here. I don't think there's really that many people still here. But I thought it'd be fun to just, I've been coding a little bit on my other channel, but not really many people know about it, so I haven't really made a big deal of it. It was just something to do in my spare time. But I thought it'd be just fun to see, I haven't talked to some of you guys in the Splinterlands world for a while. I was actually in a Splinterlands TV chat the other day when Tails was streaming, and I was like, dude, it's just been a long time since I've talked to people, whether I'm playing Splinterlands on the stream or not. It doesn't really matter. It'd just be fun to kind of catch up, hang out, talk if anyone is here. I don't know. Just chill, see how people are doing. For me, you guys haven't seen me. Let's just pull it up. I'm actually curious. I don't even know how long it's been since I've done a video on this channel. It's gotta have been 3 months, 4 months, 5 months. Woo! Okay. Oh, look at that cool setup there, though, too. I think I did a live after that, though. So yeah, okay, the live stream was 4 months ago, so I was just doing quick little, let's open up some season chests and chat together. So let's see, over the last 4 months, gosh, that's crazy. What is that? April? May? So for those of you who don't know, I was working for Balthazar, doing full-time content for them. I decided to step back from that because I wanted to get into programming, and so I signed up for a coding bootcamp. I was going to initially do part-time content. Eventually, though, I decided, hey, I'm just going to focus fully on school, and part of that is as well, we got a puppy, which right now he's thankfully sleeping because normally he might be trying to make my other older dog mad and piss him off, and then it'd be really hard to stream right now because I have to be dealing with him. So we'll see how long we even get to stream, because that's definitely a possibility of that happening when the puppy gets bored. But yeah, anyways, it's been just a lot of puppy raising, getting through school. I decided to end my bootcamp experience by graduating early and doing 1 class instead of 3. So I actually graduated about a month and a half ago, and now I'm just on the job hunt, which if anyone else is trying to break into the tech world, it's not easy. It's definitely not easy. So it's been a struggle. And I've been podcasting about that struggle, if anyone's interested, called Coding Imposters. But other than that, I haven't been doing a ton of content. And partly it's just, getting into the coding world. There's a lot of effort into building programs, but also networking and applying for jobs. Yada, yada, the list goes on. So it's partly time, partly effort. Once you stop doing content, it's really hard to just convince yourself to jump back into it. So I see Mango is here. Mango Wombo, how's it going? How's it going? Yeah, coding session, baby. How's it going for you? Anything, any fun life events in the last 4 months for you? That was me in a very short and quick nutshell. So, of course, if you guys have further questions, I'm happy to talk about what I've been doing, what I'm doing now, how I'm doing. That's a whole nother question. Do I search for a full-time job or part-time? I'm honestly open to anything. I'm even considering just going back to old contacts to do marketing, content creation again, just to have something while I continue to work my development skills. So this is a whole nother conversation. I don't know how long you want me to go into this. So right now, they're saying the tech market, as you graduate from coding bootcamp, it's probably 6 months to a year until you land your first job, because it's that competitive. A lot of the mid-level people have gotten laid off and now are even taking entry-level jobs, making it harder for someone like me that's new to get into it, right? Right now, my wife is working full-time, but she's also on strike. So her union is on strike, I should say. So it's up in the air right now if they're going to go back to school soon, or if she's going to get paid, or how long the strike is going to go for. So right now, I'm really open to anything. Really, I would prefer working full-time or part-time in development because that's what I want to head into. But I'm fine taking content marketing job to do that for the time being, make connections, and continue to work my skills, because really coding bootcamp, as I've realized and graduating now, is like, it gets you partway there, but there's so much to learn after that that they just can't teach you in that amount of time, right? So that's really what I'm looking for. I'd be open to web, hive, and blockchain. I do not have Web3 blockchain programming skills yet. I'm open to learning and growing and jumping into Web3 if that's, where my journey takes me. But I do not know coding as far as blockchain yet. So Peachy, what's up? How's it going for you? How's that Splatoon life treating you, huh? Still see your messages from time to time. Thanks for reaching out. It's fun seeing what you're playing, what you're up to. So yeah, anyways, we'll see where it goes. I mean, part of the hard part too is that I mostly need to look for remote jobs, just because puppy can only last so long home alone. So I've been, maybe there's a hybrid position around my area, but much rather work from home if the opportunity presents itself, if that makes sense. So it's been a few days since I've worked on my program, because I've been working on some other stuff as well. So we can start some stuff up as we're chatting here. I'll at least get the app going. Right now it's built in Mern, if you guys know anything about coding. I did that backwards. I gotta actually get into the folder. But yeah, it's built in Mern, so right now I'm using React for front end, MongoDB NoSQL database in the back end, and I am using the Splinterlands API. Horace, what's up? Still not your father. Dang it. I'm still looking for my father. Where's my father? Hope to see more as Bitcoin rises. I don't think my content creation will rise and fall with Bitcoin, but I mean, I hope Bitcoin raises. Sure. I'm not opposed to it. Luke, what's up? How's it going? If you're interested, we can have. Mongo, I'm interested to talk to anyone. Yeah, if you got a connection or if you're looking for someone yourself, feel free to reach out. I don't know if. Do you have me on Discord? It should just be at. Wait, did they got rid of the numbers in Discord, right? I think I'm just at Luke Jack now on Discord or LinkedIn. Yeah, because they got rid of the. I used to know my hashtag, but if you can't find me on Discord, just let me know. But anyways, here's what we got so far. Obviously, it doesn't look pretty because we haven't worked on the front end right now. Most of the work was going through Splinterlands API so that I could take their tournament data results and then make my own scoring system so that, if you get first place in a bronze tournament, you get, 16 points, I believe? I just took what we were doing from YGG, so if we go into the server folder, if you fall in first place, you get 15 points, second place, 12 points, third place, 10 points in the tournament, 4 through 8, 8 points, 9 through 16, 5. You get the picture, and then if you get top 128 to 65, only 1 point. They removed numbers, so username's unique. Okay. Found me? Okay, good. Yeah, just shoot me on Discord so that I know it's you and I won't forget. Because sometimes if people are like, hey, reach out to me when you're done streaming. When I'm done streaming, my brain is all over the place. So, just message me and then I'll get back to you once I see it afterwards. The other thing we're doing is my brother-in-laws are starting up a freelance company so that we can build and help people with their websites, web applications, marketing, social media, all that stuff. So anyways, yeah, if you guys are interested to see some of the best players, right now the sorting function should work. And I believe right now I am just displaying. I haven't switched back and forth. I have calculated their wild total and their modern total. Because basically what I want to do, I'm just going to pull up a quick wireframe. I don't really want it to look like this in the end because I'm not like a design person, as you guys probably know. But for now, I'm like, I'll just use the Splinterlands background, get this on the page, have a modern wild button so you can switch back and forth, see their rankings for bronze, silver, diamond, and their totals for both. So right now, we should just be showing modern, if I remember right, if that's how I set it up. Yeah, right now we're just sorting modern total, but hopefully soon we'll get a button there that goes back and forth. Heard good things about the new Splatoon 3 update. Nice. I still haven't gotten it. I probably still won't, just because I don't play Switch anymore. If anything, I'm playing games right now is Valheim and Valorant, both on my PC, because my in-laws play both those games. My wife even plays Valorant now, which shocked me. I didn't think she'd like that game. So right now, as far as modern tournaments, OMG, you're killing it. Fellow Krill Crew, fellow YGG member, so that's kind of fun. I don't even think I'm anywhere near the top. Oh, I'm 54. Okay. I haven't played tournaments this season. I decided to stop renting cards so much to take a little break. So I'm just playing with my crappy deck. So I'm not playing tournaments, but the last, month or so, 54 is pretty respectable. Throw me your guys' Splinterlands username and I'll see what rank you have right now. What tech stack? I am using MERN, so React front end, Mongo back end, Express, Node, JavaScript. I did not do that in bootcamp, so this is like I'm learning it on the fly and asking ChatGPT for help because I found that better way to learn for me than simply following YouTube tutorials. Like gets you so far because you're just copy pasting code. It's like I would rather ask ChatGPT what I'm doing wrong and try to work with ChatGPT to fix it and learn on my own and ask it questions than someone just say, hey, here's how this works. Now copy and paste this code and build this thing that I already built, Oh, I remember all the wild games in Splatoon. That was freaking great. LOL, yeah. What about you, Alex? Do you program? What languages do you program in? What bot do you use in Splinterlands? I don't use a bot. Are you talking about like how am I getting this data? I'm getting this data from their API. So I am basically, what I'm doing is you can get a list of tournaments. It only goes back so far. So I'm storing the tournament IDs in my own database so that I can keep a running record and then do like, hey, here's seasons of what people have done in tournaments over the last 3 months. So you can get all their tournament info, the players, the places, and then you can plug in the ID of a certain tournament. I'm limiting it to only Splinterlands run tournaments, which I believe is SPS tournaments. So we can pull like this silver one, and then I believe it was tournaments find is the other API call we're doing. If it will load. There we go. So we throw in the tournament ID. And if none of this makes sense to you, don't worry, guys. I had no idea what any of this did before the bootcamp either. So I'm right there with you. But then, there you go. You can see the specific tournament name. And then in this API call, you actually get the results of, hey, OMG got 19 wins, 3 losses, and finished 3rd. How was the bootcamp? So yeah, so I'm glad I did it. It was a little more expensive than I wanted it to be, but I dropped 2 classes. So I'm pretty open and honest about finances. I don't really care. I'll just tell you guys. Originally, I signed up for 3 classes, Coding Dojo, 3 full stack between Python, MERN, and Java. And it was $15,000. So $15,000 over 9 months. Not as bad as if I had to go through, 4 years to get my bachelor's degree. Unless I got a bunch of scholarships. But still, that's a hefty price tag, right? And what ended up happening is about halfway through my Python stack, there was other stuff before that, web fundamentals, programming basics, all that, is I felt like I was kind of going through the content myself anyways because I was always ahead of the class. And I already felt like I made the networking connections that I wanted to make. That was also a big piece of me going to bootcamp, is I just didn't feel like I had a community of programmers to help me out. So once I found mentors, once I found my network, I decided, okay, I'm going to drop MERN and Java because I can just go back and learn it myself on my own time. And I don't need to pay the other half of this loan if I do that. So it was good because it got me to a place where I feel confident to learn what else I need to know in coding, but I don't feel like it's 100% fully prepared me for the real coding world, if that makes sense. Like, I have a lot to learn, but I'm thankful for them getting me to where I am now because I don't feel like I could have gotten there with the same dedication, with the same network, with the same mentors, in the same amount of time if I just did YouTube tutorials like I was doing, because I was self-teaching myself for a while. So I have mixed feelings about my experience with the bootcamp. There's positive things and there's definitely some things I would critique about it, but overall, I'm glad I did it. I'm just not happy that I have to pay a loan, you know, but that's school, right? Mixed results with ChatGPT. Yeah, oh, for sure. ChatGPT gets things wrong all the time. But the nice thing for me is now that I've been through the bootcamp, I know when it's wrong. So I can ask it, okay, this seems wrong to me. Are you sure? And then usually the second time it understands me better or looks through more data or something. Usually the second or third time it at least gets it better, and then I can work from there. So yeah, I would never trust ChatGPT or GitHub Copilot and just copy paste its code. I would never do that. Oh, you haven't coded in 3 to 4 months. Luke, you got to get back on the coding train, bro. You got this. Splatoon 3 open up some more wild game mode. Nice. Cosmic Piggy, that's right. I forgot your username. Cosmic. You're 674th in the modern tournaments. You know? You got 9 points in novice. Let's see where you rank in novice, okay? Maybe it's not as bad. See, 127th. That's not bad. C styles become more clear. Honestly, Python is alright. Yeah, I get that. I started in C#, but I haven't gone back to it. I like Python for backend. I wasn't a huge fan of routing things for the front end using Jinja and stuff with it, but I would be a fan of doing a Python backend and a React front end for web apps. I think that's probably what I'm going to do after this. Nugget and Ashy are still playing? Nice. I'm using the Splinterlands API. What is there an Hive API with Splinterlands stats? I don't know what the Hive API is. I haven't looked at it. Link to me if you got it. Lacking in tournaments. JS Gaming, what's up, dude? How you been? Let's go. We need to hang out soon. It's been too long. Okay, I didn't realize this, but Gold Modern? Just want to say I was in 5th place. We haven't updated it though. So basically the way this works manually right now. But what I want to do is set this up in the future when I'm done with testing and when the server is actually running, to just run this API call once a day. I gotta remember my routing because I've been mostly working on the front end lately. Okay, so pretty sure the API is just localhost tournaments, API tournaments. I don't think it's all. I think that's what I'm fetching. Definitely need to clean up my code so I'm making more sense of it as well. So let's see if this works on the back end. I've never tested this live when my machine is running a bunch of other stuff as well. So we're gonna make a call, and then what it's going to do is make a call to that Splinterlands tournament API. So first is going to get any of the new tournaments. So it's going to go through one by one. And my terminal's going to freak out because it's adding a bunch of players. And what it does is it goes through the API. Okay, if we already have that tournament name and start date stored in our database, let's not recreate that tournament. We're just going to count players' points for each individual tournament. So if it's not, then we make it, and then when we make a new tournament, it's going to go through the specific tournament ID, which is the API I was showing, and calculate players' points based on their finish. So the player, if it is in the database, then we're just going to update them, and if not, then we're going to make a new player. So I think when I did this last time, we had, I think, over 1,000. It was like 1,700 players, almost 1,800 players now. How do you access the Splinterlands API? So you can just go to their API docs right here, and you can play around with it. So for example, this is what I was doing earlier. Tournaments completed, okay. And then they give you a say, hey, try it out. Well, to try it out, I'm just going to put in my username. You can put in your username, any username. I don't know why they do it by username, because it just gets all the tournaments that they have stored. It's like the last... They only give you like the last 150 tournaments or 200 maybe. Whatever's on the tournament page, completed page. And then what you could do is like, okay, here's the ID of the tournament. So if you don't know what an API call is, it gives you a bunch of data that's going to be formatted if you code it right in a JavaScript object, JSON, Derillo. So then we can see, you know, okay, here's the tournament prize pool. Here is, if we get to players. No. All right, I guess I'll just, it's a lot harder to look through this on the fly with you guys. The tournament players should be listed here somewhere. I think I'm trolling, but whatever. Anyways. Oh, because I didn't take the tournament ID. Duh. So this one is the one that I was saying. If you enter in the ID, then the tournament will come up with just that tournament. You can see its name. You can see its description, its entry fee, yada yada, all the stuff that Splinterlands is using for their side of the tournament. And then down here you get to see actual player names, where they finished, how many wins, losses, stuff like that. So this is just the front end. I think someone asked, do I like front end or back end more? I would say I'm more of a back end guy. I can do front end. What I've described is if you can give me a look or something I can copy and reference from, I can make it work, I can make it look good, but I'm not going to come up with new ideas. Like, I'm not going to be the guy who's like, oh, I spent 5 hours creating this new CSS JavaScript animation for cool new hip front end website design, you know. So I'm fine with front end work. I'm not really fine with UI UX design work, but I think I'd still prefer database and back end stuff. I could still do most of the Splatoon wild game modes. Yeah, do whatever you want with those. Go ahead. Do they give position data like rewards given out? Yeah, so you can see the finish. For some reason the prize here is null, but that might be because we're looking at, no? I thought it said where they get their SPS amount. I don't know why their prize is null, that's kind of weird. It shows the fee they paid. I don't know, I'm just making my own point system. I know you can get their SPS earnings because I know there's someone that does that on Hive. They like put the top SPS earners in tournaments. Gotta love the back end. You know, when you say it like that, Alex. When you yikes. Thing is with coding, when I feel like I should do it more, I wouldn't even know what to make. Yeah, I feel like it's hard to find motivation. That's why I started making the tournament app, because I'm like, that's fun for me. I want to see who the best player is, so I know, like, if I actually finish this thing, people will use it. Where I had a hard time in, like, just doing projects just for the sake of my portfolio or resume, is just like the motivation is not there, because you know it's not going to get used. You know it's probably just like you're going to grow, but I don't know. For me, it's like I need to sink my teeth into something that is actually going to be useful. Whether I get paid for it or not, I don't know. But like at least it's going to be useful. When I do something cool, it's either very hard or way too easy. Yeah, I hear ya. I think part of the motivation too is just finding people that you can code with helps. Splatfest to vote on your favorite member? Nice. Reasonable challenge, yeah. I can't disagree with you there. Okay, so I'm trying to remember where I left off. I know I need to make a button to switch back and forth between wild and modern. Unfortunately, right now I've hard-coded it so that we're just showing modern values. And so I think in React, what I need to do is set up a use state that would be either set to modern or wild, and then we can replace all these strings with that variable value so that it knows what to sort by based on whatever that variable is. Start a coding game with a friend. That'd be fun. It's more his thing, as in more it's more of his idea, or you mean coding games is more his thing? Ah, we got the mom in the house. What's up? What's up, Kyle? How's it going? Okay, so let's see if we can set up this button. We're going to start by working through it ourselves. Well, I guess I got Copilot still on. But it only gives you suggestions. It doesn't really, most of the time it doesn't solve things for you. I just like it because it often speeds things up for me. Okay. So what do I want to call this? We're switching back between... let's just call it game format, and then we're gonna in React we gotta be able to update that with the use state, and it will be a string. Thank you. And yes, we will set it to modern. Gonna watch you while I finish work. Bro, do it. How's work going today? I know you're saying it was a bit of a struggle earlier this week. 3 alt accounts, dude? That's so many alt accounts, baby. Is it just because you're renting or what? I'm probably going to move the button to a different component in React and split it up. But for right now, just so I can test things a little bit easier, I'm going to keep working in this one file. So let's get a button for modern and a button for wild. Let's just make sure that popped up on our page. Oh yeah, look at these sexy buttons. So good. Still unmotivated. I hear ya, I hear ya. Win credits, what's up? How's it going? Good to see ya. What you been up to for the last 4 months since I've streamed on this channel? Okay. So I gotta remember how React front end works here. We should just be able to do an on-click handler. And we're gonna need to make a function to handle that. So let's do a const handle format change. And we're gonna do a arrow function, which is just a, I guess, more common way things to do in JavaScript right now. Right now, let's just console log the format so that we make sure. I always just like console logging things so that we make sure we're doing things right in the first place and not coding a bunch of things and then figuring out, oh, we have something way back when that's not working, you know? So we're going to do the syntax to fire off a little arrow function once our buttons are clicked. Handle, what do we call it? Handle format change. And for the modern button, we're of course going to throw in modern. And then when our wild button is clicked, we want it to say wild. 150 manual games today? Holy crap, how? Jeez, dude. My goodness. Look at that. Our data updated on the back end. So now we have 1,886 players versus when we started 1,791. So it did update. Let's see how much I've probably fallen off of 5th place. Yep. Now I'm in 6th place because I haven't played in a bit. OMG. Who is Slafer Red 01? I've never heard of this player, but they are crushing it in modern tournaments. Jeez. Yes, so Peachy, kick off another Splatoon esports league. That would be great. I won't have the time to, but I love that people are continuing to continue the trend. Continuing to continue the trend. I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. Guys, I'm trying to talk to chat and code at the same time, and my brain is in 2 different places at once. This is kind of fun and kind of crazy. But you can see our test buttons are working. We click on modern. The modern is being console logged, and wild is being console logged. So that is good. Again, this is a lot going on in one page, but we're going to probably modularize it later, which is just a fancy word to say split it into different files so it's a little bit more organized. So this time, instead of console logging it, we want to update, well, set game format with formats. And then we want a use effect that is going to actually, something is going to change on the page. So basically the way the React works, we can set up a variable, we set up a function to set up and change what that variable is, and then we can use an effect that, hey, when this variable is changed, re-render the page, because React is a single page application, meaning it doesn't go to a different URL and reload things. It just refreshes things in the background, which is kind of cool. A little bit speedier and more modern, I guess, which is why a lot of people use React, or I guess people use Vue now, which I haven't really messed with, but I guess it's similar in that same sort of sense. Okay, so what we want to do is, oops, we want to just create another use effect. And what we're going to do is make it depend on our game format variable changing. And so now, same thing, let's just console log the game format so that we know when it changes, it's actually updating correctly. Slafer is a Spanish player, tournament and ranker leaderboard. Oh, okay. GF Llama. Oh, nice. Sweet. Okay, well, tell them that they're the best tournament player right now in modern, at least. According to my stats, which started in July 19th, I think is the first tournament I recorded from the Splinterlands API. Okay, so if we click modern, it should say just modern. Wild again. Cool. So, let's just test it out on... Okay, so now I need to think through, how did I set up the rest of my code here? Right now, when this on click is getting clicked, it is only doing modern total. So if we change it, if we change the variable to have it to be modern or wild total, I don't know if that's automatically going to be re-rendered in React, so we might have to do some funky looking things here. But I guess let's just try it. I'm gonna have to use backticks in JavaScript, I believe. So this should be game format is what we called it. So now it's gonna be, if our game format is, oh shoot, I didn't capitalize. I capitalized modern in this and I didn't capitalize it here, so that was stupid of me. So I'm gonna have to go back through all my files and capitalize it. So let me fix that later. Let's start it on a different one, how about? And I'll fix that off stream because that's just a boring thing. Boring little funny thing I did there. So if we do novice game format, and now it should say modern or novice wild, just like we were doing before. And so I don't know if that's actually going to change React here, because I think what's going to happen is only going to change to wild when I click on the novice. Okay, now it might not sort at all. Oh. Okay, so now it's not sorting novice at all. If we go back to modern, does it work? Okay, so it actually worked to, but for some reason, I don't think I have the functionality yet to do novice wild searches. Oof. I'm reacting to your code. Oh yeah, Luke, what's your part-time job? Tell us about that, I forgot. Yeah, Zach was playing in some esports for Splatoon for a while, but I think he stopped now. Oh yeah, I forgot. Search and replace tool. That would have been smart. But I don't want to fix that now. I want to fix that later. Alright, so when we call the handle sort, it is still working when it's modern. But I gotta remember why it's not working. Got a hard code set sort table. So the sort table is using this use effect. I should probably make a note here. Should probably actually start commenting things. Sorted data. So what we're doing is we're running a JavaScript sort function that compares their points with the key, which should be novice wild when we click this. So I don't know. As always, let's just console log things and see what we're getting. Sort table. Try to refresh the page to clear our console. Alright. So bronze modern is showing, silver model, and when I click wild, it still console logs wild. Still is doing bronze modern. Can I talk? Modern. And then when we do novice wild, is it because novice wild? I don't think novice wild even has. That's not a thing in Splinterlands. Okay. That's pretty funny. I forgot that novice does not have a wild format, so let's not do that. So what we're gonna have to do actually is later when they click wild, find out a way to hide the novice. Jeez, I can already not talk. Novice modern format at all. So let's see if this actually works then with bronze, because bronze actually does have a wild format. Okay. So, don't need to refresh the page, but I want to just clear up some of the console stuff. So again, silver modern works, bronze modern works. OMG's at the top. Wait, is he? Okay, now I broke it, so it's not sorting bronze at all. Oh, because it's not capitalized. Oh! Gosh, things in coding, man. The dumbest thing sometimes. Okay, I put in... What? Oh, it's because I set the use state up here to default to a lowercase m. I'm so silly. Yeah. Okay. Bronze modern sorts correctly. Slafer's at the top. Now when I switch wild, I don't think it's going to automatically switch the points. No, it did not. But if I click wild bronze... Okay. Well, I switched it. I believe I switched it to its wild points. 125. No, it didn't. It did try to sort by the bronze wild, but it's not sorting correctly. So why is it sorting so weirdly? Touch with IPS? Yeah, do it. Shop axes, drills, screws, pipes, all sort. I've sold a few axes. Nice. I like how that's the most thing you're proud of. I've sold some axes. Okay, so we are sorting the table. But why? So our sort table is correctly console logging as bronze wild. I think it's because their points... One, their points aren't updating because we also hard-coded it here in the player component. So we're going to need to be able to switch this to see if it's wild or modern. So that's why it's not updating. Oh! So it actually, I think, is sorting. I bet you watch. I bet you it is sorting correctly, but we're displaying the modern points still. Hey, look at that. So it is in the correct order now. So now we have to figure out how to pass from our one component to the other component. And that's where I'm pretty hazy in React still. So might need some ChatGPT help. We'll see. You can't talk. I've been up 18 hours now. Why have you been up 18 hours? Toilet to your computer science teacher. I love that. Okay. So we're making our player component here. I wonder if we can just do format equals game format. I think this is a TypeScript error, which I don't know why I did this in TypeScript. I was trying to learn TypeScript as well. I kind of regret it. I shouldn't be trying to learn React and TypeScript at the same time. Okay. Come on, ChatGPT, give me some answers here. Top. So what I wanted to tell need this variable that will tell my player component it's either the modern or wild format string. So that when this component is built, this file will Luke's ChatGPT history leaked. Oh my gosh, yeah, screenshot it. Big shocker. Oh no. It's gonna change the world. As a prop to your player component. Okay. That's what I tried doing, but I think it's giving me a TypeScript error. So I had it right. It's just the fact that it's... Or maybe I have to change it in both files first. Format equals game format. And then player props, index, format. Format does not exist. You know, tell me this, Luke. What is different between Googling things and asking ChatGPT for things? Either way, everyone in programming just looks up how to do it. Let's be real. You can't know everything. Especially as I'm new. It uses Google anyways. Exactly. Oh, do I just need to format it as a string? Lols. So it should be okay. Game format. Oh, well, as I figure this out, what's been up with you guys? Anything fun? So I think it's because it's TypeScript, we actually have to declare an interface for it, which I really need to read up on TypeScript more to understand what's going on. Wait, no, did I put that in the wrong one? Game format. I think that I got rid of this. No, it didn't. I think I need to... I think I just need to define it as player component, not player props. Why am I passing it in incorrectly? Okay. Oh, is it just because I haven't updated the TypeScript on this file? Wow, for real? Okay. So I had to TypeScript it in both files, or did I just need it in the second one? Let's see if I got rid of this. Nope, it's just because I didn't have a TypeScript in the second file. And this is why you don't learn TypeScript and and React at the same time. But you know what? Everyone likes TypeScript more than JavaScript apparently. So I'm trying to get used to it. MBS, proud of you. I don't know what MBS means, but thank you. Alex, do you code at all? Okay, so shoot. Okay. We can't just... This doesn't work in JavaScript when I'm doing it like this. Unfortunately, that doesn't extend off of that. So we're going to need... the way I've set up this is not ideal. So almost what I'd rather do is... because I'm going to have to pass it in as keys in both the bronze and wild. Hey! Well, there you go. I told you at the beginning of the stream my dogs might go crazy at some point. I think I can, in this component, actually run a if statement. So if the game format equals... I think if I'm in... Stop! Stop it! You're driving me crazy! I think because we're in React though, I can't do it like this. I have to wrap it up completely in... I don't think this works. Hey! Stop it! Go! Come here! Come on! Come on! Come on! Well, we'll see. We'll see how much more I get to do. This might be closer in this stream because the doggies are going crazy. Didn't do much coding, but at least I got to hang out with you guys. Oh, I think my wife's home too, so that's part of the dog craze right now. Off. Thank you. Okay. I need to ask, what's the React format? For returning JSX. Let's see if it is possible. You can't use... Yeah, see, I told you. It was the curly braces around. Conditional rendering to achieve the same effect. To conditionally render the elements within the parentheses only. Okay. Oh, well, it's a disaster. So, if game format is the modern, right? And then we're gonna double check as well, which is kind of weird, to tell it to only render what's in between here. I don't don't know if this is what ChatGPT is telling me, but I might need to look more into React to tell you if this is legit or not. Okay, if this works though, this would also solve a problem of not rendering wild. Novice. So we're gonna get rid of all these moderns and do a... Oh, there is no... So we just get rid of the novice wild. Alright, last check, and then let's get rid of this guy as well. So let's see, does this actually create a conditional, or does it screw up my whole program? Time to excitingly find out. While my dogs are going absolutely berserk. Okay. Looks like it wants to give me some air, but it might have been giving me an air earlier. So, bronze. Okay, now it's not doing bronze at all. It does wild well though. And it displays the different point totals. Oh, I see what's happening. It's still giving me a novice column when I'm in wild, but it's shifting over and adding an extra column when I'm in modern, so I'm gonna have to fix that. That's weird, because now OMG's bronze stats were in bronze, now they're in silver, and now when we switch to wild, it does sort correctly for bronze. Okay, well, now I need to just figure out my sorting logic and do that next time. But unfortunately, the dogs aren't going to let me at this moment, so gonna have to come back to it. But alright, anyways, gotta head out. Thank you guys for chatting a bit. Good to catch up, and hopefully see y'all on next time. Right now, I'm gonna go yell at my crusty dogs. Peace out, much love everyone.